Absolutely. That's
You're screwed.
That's freaking young.
Screwed, yeah.
Yeah, I like to tell you it gets better, but it really doesn't.
Thanks for your patience, everybody. I would like to call the meeting back to order. Council returning from an executive session. Thanks, everybody, for your patience while we work through these items. I would entertain a motion to provide consent to settle a lawsuit entitled Moynihan versus the Town of Plymouth, docket number 325CV01442. As discussed in executive session, is there a motion to provide consent? Motion, Sue.
Second.
Second, Ray. Any comments or discussion? I'm going to do a roll call vote for the record, please. We'll start at this end.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to abstain.
Abstention?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it carries 4 to 0, with 1 abstention. Thank you, everybody. And again, general public, thank you for your patience. Sometimes the wheels of government turn a little slower. That was item 16, action from executive session. Again, thank you, Town Council, and thank you, general public, for waiting. I'm going to move to item 17, which is public comment on non-agenda items. Please, this is your opportunity to discuss any item that is not on the agenda and bring it to the attention of the Town Council. And just again, for record, we just have to state our name and address for the record. Thanks.
Melanie Church, 328 Main Street. I've given you all handouts. One, I'd like you to look at the Board of Finance. And if you count on page 1, you had 6 meetings that were never approved until after this council has taken over. And then if you go to page 2, you're going to find 9 more that were never, ever approved by the Board of Finance until after the election, and they had a minimal amount of people. I hope this does not happen again. And I have a question with it. When they did the public hearing and they removed a number of items, they left some items in there. And those items that were in there would have brought us over the 3%. So we were over 3% and we never voted in violation of the charter. They could only, you only have the authority to vote on it up to 3%. So I want to know, how does that get rectified to the taxpayers? That's number 1. Number 2, there's a story going around town. The fire marshal needed a new truck. It was totally rusted out. It was falling apart. They got one, and I gave you the receipts for it. The only thing not on this was the $2,200 that when they get it, to take the old electrical and the stuff that's in that one and put it in this one. So they are under budget, not over budget. And I think, you know, that's one thing the fire department has never done, is hit us and just gone over. And that this transfer for the emergency for the 2,200. Now, they did not have to go to referendum because according to the charter, it's under $50,000. So there's two there. Then I brought forward to you something near and dear to me, and that's the police extra duty fund. We are not making revenue, and the only one that's paying is the taxpayer. And it's time that that money, just like the fees for the building inspector and the planning and zoning, that money goes back to the general fund, the money that's made. There should not be an exception. I understand you want to pay the officers, fine, but not keep the money and you spend it on what you want. When Ralph Zovich came to the end of his term, he said, I do not want to see more than 9 police cruisers. We have 18. This is just out of control. And I will stay on this forever. Another thing that I wanted to bring up was back when Mayor Merchant was in, we were in debt for the abatements because they were spending money on abatements. And then as soon as the abatements were up, the people moved, new person comes in, they gave them an abatement, and we were like $11 million in debt. And if you go to Jeff Scott, he will tell you, I gave him the documentation. These are the things that have to stop in order to save our town. And last but not least is this thing here on Lennox Public Safety Complex. And what it is the police department, fire department, and the ambulance corps, all in one. I remember, and I will go back in the minutes and get it, when we bought the land for the school and we got the school for $1, because they wanted $499, $99,000 back to the state, because we got the land for $1 from Connecticut Water. They decided to buy the Roy property. When they bought the Roy property, in order to get the council to approve, they said, we're only going to take the 26 acres that were allowed, and the rest would be ours. So we could put this up there, dead center of town, and we could take the ambulance or the fire department on Harrington Avenue, make that a senior center and a children's center. That land now goes all the way up to Tomlinson Avenue. And now the taxpayers are getting something. And they are the important ones here. They're the ones that are paying the taxes. You know, they don't begrudge anyone getting a raise, but you can't be taking everything and telling us it doesn't matter. Another thing, I have a question. When I was doing the petition for a town manager, a number of people come to me, and what they had found was that they were charged 1.5% for 2 months after August 1st, which was August 5th, plus the collection agency that we used for collecting the taxes got 16%. So they paid 19%, when under state statutes, it says 18%. I want to know, what are we going to do to give these people back their money to? There's laws and we need to follow them. And with that, I'll shut up and thank you.
Thank you. Additional public comment, please. Come on forward.
Patty DeHuff, 20 Lynn Avenue. I just want to ask the council to please reconsider your vote on that whole business with the interim supervisor. I don't really know what the title is of the person who retired, who's going to sort of help supervise day-to-day operations. And the reason I am asking you to reconsider your vote is I'm not an attorney, but I have worked in a law firm for 17 years. And when you're going to vote on something, and this is a contract, you want to see the actual language that you are going to vote on, and not just do what you are told verbally. So I think the wise thing to do is not set a precedent where there's some contract that's brought up, somebody has an issue with it, somebody gives some legal advice verbally, and now we're in a pattern where you never really actually see the final version of the contract that you're voting on. So that's what I would urge the council to do, and I think you can add it to the agenda tonight. And it would have to be somebody who voted yes on that motion. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Virginia Canane, 18 Adams Drive. After running so heavily on transparency and communication, I'm again here asking where the transparency and communication is. I wrote this prior to hearing the mayor's report, but however, we are in 2025 and we don't even have a town or mayoral Facebook page. It's not hard, and now we even have someone who was very active during the election season on social media working in the mayor's office. So to me, seems pretty ascertainable to get with the times and get a Facebook page to get info out to residents. We'd all benefit from snow bans, warming center hours, events, etc. being posted to something a vast majority of our town uses. I checked the website, but every town around us has a social media page. Why not us? Along those lines, this agenda for this meeting has become the least informative and transparent agenda I have seen. Bare bones with basically no detail. Why have we changed the agenda format so drastically and unnecessarily? We don't even know who is submitting or filing the agenda anymore. Finally, the code enforcement meeting has been canceled due to lack of new business. I'm not sure how there's a lack of new business or if this is necessarily truthful and transparent. Thank you.
Thank you. Additional public comment. I know you've got a transportation issue, sir,
I'd like to speak.
but you're pretty loud, so go
I'd
ahead.
like to speak to my seat due to an injury. Rich King, J-Court, Maryville. Just a question, probably should be on the agenda side, not agenda, so be it. Is there I'd just like to know, is there a day-to-day supervisor directing day-to-day operations on site with the Public Works? Some confusion there. Contractual, helping the business part, personnel, is there someone dealing with day-to-day on-site human personnel issues? That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. King. Any additional public comment or questions? Okay, seeing none. It is going to be my practice, to the best of my ability, to respond to public comment in the next following meeting. So I will review the transcripts of the questions and issues that were raised this evening, and I'll do my best to provide a response to those in the next meeting, as I did for this meeting tonight, with regard to public comment next time around. I can address the staffing issue just so for clarity, so people know that we do have people running the Public Works Department right now. There is a gentleman in position to fill in for the day-to-day operations. As we go on from a Public Works perspective, that appointment has been made. We'll move as rapidly as we can, and we're working in collaboration with all the folks that are available, all the professional staff that's available. So there is a acting highway supervisor focused on day-to-day operations, again in collaboration with with other professional staff. So that one I can handle right away. The posting is up for the position internally to replace the highway superintendent, if you will. And then again, I mentioned in the mayor's report that there's an active discussions and interviews being conducted with respect to the Public Works Director. So that I can handle right away. We've noted your other concerns and comments, and you can look forward to responses. Also, please, if you want to discuss any items, call the mayor's office, record your name, and I'll be happy to set an appointment and make sure that appropriate professional staff are also available there to assist us in those conversations as applicable. It is my intention to get open mayor's offices scheduled as soon as possible. The urgency of running the town sometimes even surprises me, and we're doing the best we can to get things operated in a professional and appropriate manner to support the citizens of this town. Thank you all for your public comment. We appreciate it. We take it very seriously. Thanks.
Mayor, I have a question.
Sure. Question, point of order?
In regards to the Huff's request, if we withdrew that approval of that contract, we would have to wait until the next meeting to approve, so that would be the February meeting, to approve his contract.
To approve the agreement for Mr. Schultz to step in and support that. Well, I believe that the motion that was made accommodates that, because we made the motion with the rewording. We have to do it. I don't, and I'll defer to the town attorney. I don't know that it's required that we meet again to act on it based on the context of the motion. Is that an appropriate assumption?
Yeah, the motion was made to approve the contract with the amended language. So that's what the motion was.
I'm sorry, hang on. Go ahead, please. I'm sorry, Mr. James, go ahead.
The motion was made to approve the contract with the amended language. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to revise the contract. I mean, you can certainly circulate it to the members of the council before it's executed, just to confirm that it meets with what they approved. That's certainly possible.
Does that satisfy your concerns, Mr. Green?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. And again, I also want to open up my office. If people want to give me a call, I'll be happy to set an appointment and discuss any item that concerns the town of Plymouth with any individual that has concerns at any time. Schedule allowing, of course. Tomorrow I have a full day. But please don't hesitate to contact the mayor's office with questions. I'll be happy to discuss any issue with the town of Plymouth with any citizen or direct you to the appropriate department. Any additional public comment? Thank you very much, and we appreciate everybody's participation. I'll now move to item 18, which is town council comments. I'll start on the right side this time. Go ahead. Any town council comments? Go ahead. Thank you.
I don't have a lot to say, but I do thank everybody out here for their comments. We do take, believe it or not, we do take them under consideration. We are listening, so thank you.
Ron, anything? Mr. Green.
I just want to thank the mayor.
We can't hear you.
Sorry. I just want to thank the mayor and the mayor's executive assistant for providing a detailed report, and then also a detailed list of the different concerns that the public has and how you address them. I think that's very important, that people know how we're going about doing business in town. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Green. I appreciate that.
I
Sue?
don't have any additional comments. I'm happy with what's been said.
Thank you. TJ, anything?
Yeah, I know there's a lot of things going on, budget season's coming up and everything, but I think I'd like to see on the next agenda for next month that we work on putting together a committee for a public safety complex. The police department, we all know, needs something. They got voted down 4 or 5 months ago. I don't want to see it die. I think we need to get back on the horse and go ahead at a new approach. And I think the public safety complex is going to open up a great avenue for funding and stuff like that, not only from the state but from the federal government. When we start going into regionalizations of different town departments and different options, and I think we really need to look at it and get some good townspeople involved in this and move it forward. So I'd like to see that on next month's agenda to start the formation.
Thank you, TJ. There has been some conversations about that. It's part of the pecking order, if you will. But I just, for the council's information and the general public, I've had multiple conversations with the chief to address their immediate needs, and we are looking at various aspects of how we can utilize this building. A preliminary investigation looks like some pieces of it are underutilized, so we're looking at, are there options within the building to give some temporary relief, some of which is going to be immediately needed, and there's some other proposals that the chief brought forward to the capital committee, and I believe that I just nod would be good, right? I believe the chief brought a proposal to the capital committee. Thank you for that acknowledgement, member. Capital improvement member, thank you. Okay, I want to thank everybody for attending. It's very important to us that we have people here. I want to thank our technical team for providing a live stream. We're working on getting that more accessible, as well as we hope to have, well, it's on my mind, we hope to have the town's website, reconstructed and even offer some other opportunities before that whole thing has to happen, such as the reopening of a Facebook page that would be able to provide information out. At least we want to start with that. So a lot of discussions underway. I hope to have more information in my mayor's report for next meeting. Thank you all for your participation, your questions. It's very important, and we appreciate it. I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion, Mr. Green. Is there a second? Second from Ron. That was a quick one. You guys, I think you're a competition. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of adjournment say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much. And again, thank you, members of the general public and those of you at home that watched. Bye-bye.